Glenn is the first coach in Jets history to lose each of their first 7 games. A big reason for that could be the play of quarterback Justin Fields. Among 28 quarterbacks with a minimum of 5 starts this season, Fields ranks last in completions and passing yards and is tied with Cam Ward for the fewest passing touchdowns of that group. Jets owner Woody Johnson was asked about the state of the team at the NFL owners meeting yesterday and believes in head coach Aaron Glenn.
It looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got. You know, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do. If we can just complete a pass, it would look good.
Ouch. That's harsh. Justin Fields got 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a QBR of 31.8. He's been awful this year. But, Doggy, your thoughts?
He didn't deserve that, though. You know that?
Right.
And Aaron Glenn, you came on here last week and were all over Glenn. I gave you a lot of credit when I used him as the mad about. You said, listen, I hate to say this about African-American coaches, but he has done a good job.
Right.
If you're Woody Johnson, I know he's hanging fruit. Fields does pound him because it's easy, takes the pressure off the quarterback. The coach has not done a good job with the team.
Right.
They're 0-7. They're offensive disaster. They've been an offensive disaster. There's been a lot of strange decisions. At the end of the half at Denver, he punted. He didn't try a big play with the Hail Mary. Glenn is what listen, it's easy to blame the quarterback. You can do that all you want, but the head coach has got to get some blame here, too. It's the first coach in the history of the franchise who starts his career at 0-7.
Yeah.
So if you're going to pick on Fields, you got to say something about Glenn. So
you got to say something about Glenn. There's no doubt about it. And you're Woody Johnson. You do have a right to be upset because you're the owner. You paid Justin Fields 2 years, $40 million. You got him away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You thought he was going to be better. You saw what he did on opening day against the Steelers, and it's nosedived ever since. But you are the one that hired Aaron Glenn. And the fact is that it hasn't looked like it's a good job being done. And, in fact, everything has fallen apart since Woody Johnson returned from being the ambassador to the UK. You got rid of Robert Saleh. Apparently, Robert Saleh is the defensive coordinator in San Francisco doing a good job again. But we might have been too harsh on him in terms of the job that he was doing with the New York Jets because they looked a hell of a lot better with him as their head coach than they look with Aaron Glenn as their head coach.
And who brought in Justin Fields? Aaron Glenn did.
That's right.
So if you're going to kill Justin Fields, can't you kill the guy who evaluated Justin Fields, gave him a 2-year guaranteed contract, and he might be the guy to help you out, have a good year?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to pick on either of them. Leave it alone. But to me, it's selective criticism.
Yeah.
You got to criticize everybody. You just can't pick on a quarterback.
You can't just pick on the quarterback. Not when you're 0-7.
Not when you're
0-7.
Right.
Man, can't work. Back with more First Take in a minute.
First Take.
Yes.
Say something funny, Steve.
You know the rules.
I'll be careful. Okay. Peter, here we go. Number 1, last year the Giants played a game in Washington early in the year, no Graham Gano. They missed all sorts of extra points, had to go for 2. They ended up losing to Washington, a terrible loss. There's no way they should have lost. So what happened? So Joe Shane, the Giants general manager, didn't give Brian Dable a field goal kicker. So what happens now? Joe always gets hurt. He gets hurt earlier in the year. The Giants try to bring Koo in from Atlanta. He, whatever the reason, lost out to the kid they brought in from Rutgers, the Irish kid, who can't make a kick against the Broncos. Yes, the Giants had lots of reasons why they blew a 19-0 lead. He missed 2 extra points. This one at 13-0, which was a huge one. She hooked it left. The Giants end up with a 19-0 lead there in the fourth quarter. And then at 26-8, they got a lead. And then he misses this one when they finally take the lead. And by the way, it was a bogus PI call on Denver in the end zone. And the kid misses the extra point there. What happens? They go right down the field. Mitch looks like freaking John Elway. And they lose the game when Denver makes a kick. And the Giants have one of the worst losses, one of the historic losses. You saw the stat. Teams had never lost a game with an 18-point lead, less than 6 minutes left in the history of the National Football League. In the history. There's only 4 times in the history a team blew a 19-0 lead at the start of the fourth quarter. The Giants lost the game because of that. And one of the reasons why they lost the game, now the only reason is because the Giant general manager didn't give his head coach a kid who can kick a field goal or kick an extra point or put them in a situation where at the end of the game, a field goal doesn't lose the game, it ties the game. They cut the kid who didn't even make the Rutgers team, and now who knows what they're going to do this week when they go back to Philly where they're going to get creamed by the Eagles. That was an incredible, terrible job by the general manager. His responsibility in this day and age when all games are close, give your coach a kicker who can make an extra point in a big game. He didn't. They lost. So goes the season, and so goes the kicker who's out of the NFL. Number one.
You're right. You're right. And not only that, though, but here's the thing. Not only are you right, though, keep in mind you're weeks removed from complaining about how the rules should be changed because some of these kickers are kicking at 60 yards for crying out loud. And you go from that to this and what we saw. That's why.
Well, look, Carolina got Pinero. He's making 55-yarders. The Packers bring a kid in nobody's ever heard of. He made a 61-yarder last week. And here, in fact, comes Moody, goes to the Bears, and now he can't miss the field goal. The Giants bring this kid in. He's terrible. That's number one. Okay, number two. I know that Shaka Khan, the owner of the Jaguars.
Shaka Khan.
What's his first
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Whatever his name is.
He's a Shaka Khan. He's a Shaka Khan.
Mr. Khan. How's that? He wants to be, you like that, Steve?
Shaka Khan. I love Shaka Khan. Oh, my God. I love Shaka Khan.
That's an all-timer. You have no idea what you just done. What you just done. Oh,
I can just go to number 3 now. Anyway, Jacksonville likes to be Mr. European.
Yes.
They like to be the team of London, when nobody in London cares about the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the biggest myth in the world, that people somehow in downtown London are Jaguar fans. Here it is this past week. They left on Tuesday morning. They spent a week in London thinking that, we're Europe and, the United Kingdom's team because we're going to show you, we got a home field advantage. The Rams got there on Saturday morning, for crying out loud. The Rams practiced in Baltimore. They got there Saturday morning. It was a business trip. They're going to Arizona. They fly from Baltimore to London, and they killed Jacksonville. Stafford, 5 touchdown passes, 21-0 before you can blink an eye. Jacksonville going for 4th down early in the game 3 times and getting stopped 3 times. So instead of 21-9, it's still 21-0. The Rams treated it as a business trip. We don't care about being some hometown team for the United Kingdom. We're not interested in being sort of the diplomacy angle and making England love football. England doesn't love football. These international games are such a myth anyway, and Jacksonville likes to think that they are sort of the bridge to European and London football. No, they're not. And you're certainly not going to be in that situation unless you start winning some games, which they never do. And go look at that record for that owner since he's been the owner of the Jaguars. They never win. They ruined my Sunday morning. They ruined Colin Russo's Sunday morning because he's a Jaguar fan. And it's 35-7 Rams. And McVay did the smart thing. He flew in Saturday afternoon, little business trip, blew him out, and flew the hell back to L.A. That is number 2. I'm right. Don't laugh. Here.
Usually, this is the latest anyone's ever come in. Usually they do the media. Rams didn't do it. Usually they try to spread the game. We're going to do it. Rams didn't do it. They came in, they left you right.
They came in and they won. They conquered.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. You have no idea. You have no idea what you've done. You really, really don't. I mean, a singer.
Shaka Khan. It's Shaka Khan. Come on. Come on. You're an R&B brother. I know we got Metallica playing. Come on.
Number 3.
Go ahead.
All right. This is ridiculous with the Nets.
Don't do this to my home team. This is my team.
5 rookies make the opening day roster. Did you see the cover of the New York Post yesterday? Tanks. I mean, I know you don't. Here's the idea of the Nets. You want to lose as many games as you can. 5 rookies selected in the first round. Every rookie made the team. They got rookie point guards left and right. They want to lose. You know what they care about? We want to be worse than Washington.